Hey, well, welcome back. Hey, good to be back off a week. Now we're back. So, welcome to the Art Kipper stream this Sunday. We've got a big Sunday lined up for you. People still rolling in. It's kind of an early stream, but we got a lot of stuff to go over. So, I hope everyone out there in the chat's doing well. Go ahead and see who's out there. Got a special guest for you today. Hey, Bobby. Hey, JQ. Good to see everybody. Trippy. Hey, Salad Boy. Everybody out there. Hey, Lori. Good to see you out there. We're going to review a set of cards starting right off. I want to make sure our first guest has his time to share some information with us. It's the Freaks of Nature set. So we're going to open these cards, kind of look over the set, see if we get a hit. It'd be awesome. And I have kind of a surprise for you guys. I didn't really announce it, and I'm going to surprise him. He's in the lobby. See if I can get him in here. Hey, Chad.
Yes, hello.
Hey, hello. Sorry, we kind of started right when you joined. Sorry about that. It's kind of a cold. So, welcome. I haven't got to talk to you in like this in a long time. It's
last time I saw you, I think, was in Allentown at the
it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah,
6 7 years. I don't even remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's when I first got on doing some sketches and stuff. And Chad was super nice for me to introduce me to everybody else who was there. It was really nice. So I really appreciate that, Chad. It's been you welcomed me to the family. It was really nice. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's always a fun show. I've done it twice, and maybe someday I'll go back. But it's quite a trip. It's a ways to go for me. So yeah,
because you're West Coast, so you're doing a lot of the West Coast shows. And see the guest, we have a guest, or one of our special guests at the Philly show this year is going to be. His name's Gary, and I'm going to mess his last name up. He writes the backs of cards for Topps under the series. Ganesh, maybe I'm going to say his name wrong, but he's a co-writer for Pumpkinhead, right?
Very nice. Yeah, I did see that. I saw Roseanne was looking for somebody to give him a ride from New York to the show or something like that.
Yeah. She was determined.
I'm interested in getting a hold of that book that he wrote.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. Yeah, Bryce. Yeah, everybody.
Hello, what up, poopy heads?
Yeah, that's Russ. Thanks, Russ. That's us.
Dang dinosaurs. People are joining.
Yeah, so we'll have people join us. I've got a co-host who will be here later and stuff, but we pretty much just have fun, Chad. This show, just opening some cards, do a little art sometimes. But you're the second Topps artist I've had on here before. I guess I'll count myself ever. But Chad, you've got some wacky package history too. I wanted to mention before we get looking at the set. You've been doing wackies for quite a while, and you kind of do your own flavor on some of those too.
Yeah, I prefer wackies because that's what I grew up with. I was a kid in the 70s, so that's what I collected. I didn't collect Garbage Pail Kids because by the time those came around, I was in high school. So I was into other things, but I always knew what they were and appreciated them and thought they were funny. But the wacky packages were my thing. That's my true love. The wacky packages, Star Wars cards. So yeah, I've been doing wackies for a while. I've done quite a few final art for the sets. I've done a lot of concepts that when the art director before was there, I would send concepts in and say, please let me paint this. And he would say, no, I've got somebody. And they would, use my concepts and give it to his wife. So yeah, I wrote
I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah.
A lot of concepts in the movie set, which was not my favorite set. It wasn't like a wacky packages set. It just didn't work. But I did a lot of that, a lot of the online stuff. But basically just a lot of sketch cards. Yeah. I did some online finals for the wacky packages, but none this year. I did 2020, 21, and 22. But
Mm-hmm.
there's not that many sets coming out now, and there's just that select few people that are working on them. So
Yeah, yeah. Now I saw. I've been out of touch with the Ugly Stickers, but I know Ugly Stickers kind of had a resurgence. Was it 2021 or 2022? They came back online, and didn't you do some of those? You did some of the sketches for those. Did you do some too?
I
Or?
did sketch cards and tried to get on doing some finals, but again, it was just the
Yeah,
that basic core group of artists that did the finals.
yeah.
So that's kind of where I've got all these drawings laying around of these
Mm-hmm.
monsters that I've drawn, and that's what I kind of threw together to put the Freak of Nature set together.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I've saw from a lot of your work. I see that's published, like the stuff that you put out with your site. It's maybe sometimes I always think like, is it a concept that Chad had that he tried to sell, or maybe maybe it came from that concept in some way. Like it's usually a derivative, or maybe directly a concept that they didn't want, or someone else painted, or maybe you didn't share with them. I don't know. I've got some that in my head I don't share. I'm like, I want to do one day, and probably a little bit all of that, I'd assume, right?
It is a lot of all of that. Some of the stuff that I've sent in and they haven't approved or said no, I've gone ahead and done myself. I just removed that black border around there and don't make it not look that trademark wacky look, and it just becomes a product parody, because Wacky Packages didn't start this whole thing. I mean, it's been going on for years and years before that. Mad Magazine was doing it, and that's where Wacky I think got the idea from, is taking that basic idea from the magazine. And it was being done before that in movies like magazines like Sick and there was all different parody magazines, and even getting back into the 1800s, I'm sure there was parodies in newspapers back then and such. So
yeah, we need an 1800s parody set for Wackies that we need. That's what we need. 1800s era. I don't know how popular that would be, but Topps could do it. Topps could do it with some tobacco cards or something, right? Sure. I could see it.
Great.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I've got plenty of beer parodies that I've done, and I know that Topps will never do those. So
not now, not now. But man, in the 70s, they was so popular. In the 70s, Wackies are awesome. We
could do the alcohol and the tobacco and all that. So, but I think that's going to be the next set that I do, is the beer parodies, because I've got about 100 of those, sketched out and ready to go. So I just put the final art touches on that, and maybe I'll do that for my next set, and then I'll do Freaks of Nature Part 2 after that. So
wow. Well, I was really happy to see this. I haven't really looked at it. I saw stuff online, but I tried to not look at too much because I wanted to enjoy it. And I haven't even opened the box, so I have the box here. Jetson sent this to me. These were super fast shipping, by the way.
Oh, good.
Here. We talked, and they were here like in a day or two. It felt like maybe I'm losing time because I've been busy, but yeah, they were here quick. I don't know, because I'm East Coast, you're West Coast, and I thought it might take a little while. But
I think it's they say in between 1 and 3 days, which is
it was there. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And usually as soon as I get paid, I try and get that out so I don't forget. And so I go back and say, wait, what was that money for? I gotta, because I got a lot of stuff going on, so I try and stay on top of that.
Yeah. So in this set too, like I saw that you had a lot of artists who were Wacky, GPK, Topps related, who kind of worked with you to do some inserts. Did you do some
I had 4 guys do sketch cards. I had a long list of people that I wanted to do sketch cards for me, but I selected 4 people that I talk to on a regular basis that are, we are constantly messaging each other, did you see this, or look at what's coming out, guys that are close friends of mine. So it was Jason Crosby did sketch cards. You guys are all familiar with him. He did the Garbage Pail Kids and Madballs comics, just amazing artist. And Chen
awesome artist. I love his style. He's very comic artist style, kind of. Yeah, I love it.
Chen does, and however you say his name, Vincenzo Diopito. I can't say his name. I don't know who he lives in the Netherlands. You guys know who he is, though.
Yeah, Chen does. Yeah.
I did 2 shows with him in Vegas, and we talk almost weekly on Messenger. We're always talking about wackies and stuff. So I was really glad to get him on board and do some sketches. Michael Bernard, met him at the first Gross Card Con way back in Vegas, and I've just stayed in touch with him. He's a great guy. He used to do Garbage Pail Kids and sketch cards, but he's not doing anything for Topps anymore.
Hasn't done. I know he did some digital stuff online for him, for a few some final stuff for that and some other things.
He did some digital art and sketch cards, but now he's so busy with his disc golf and his pinball machines and everything, he just doesn't have time. And Joe Grossberg is a good friend of mine that's been working on Wackies forever, and he goes way back to, my B movie days. He worked on a lot of the Full Moon movies, the Puppet Master movies, and low budget stuff like that. He does special effects, and I'm always in contact with him. And every time I go to a show in Vegas, he shows up and we hang out.
Oh, wow.
So I was able to get those 4 guys on board, and I wanted more, but it's a small set and I don't need, hundreds of sketch cards, and
right. Yeah.
Kept it with those 4 for now. And, got them to do some sketches, and then I did a few, and it's been selling well. It's been out for like a week and a half or 2 weeks now, and I'm about halfway through with it, sold out. So, and I haven't even gotten into my convention season yet. So like I said, Halloween Expo is coming up next month, and then I've got Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle coming up early next year, and then Gross Card Con in Vegas again coming up next year. So maybe I'll have some left over for those shows, or maybe not, but I've got
second printing coming. It sounds like to me. That's what I hope.
Maybe I can do a second printing and change the color of the box or something.
Yeah.
Like they did with the Universal Monsters packs, where they had the pink packs and then the green packs and then the blue, or I might move on to something else. I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be incredible. Well, Chad, I'm going to open the cards and show them. I'm going to switch my camera over. I'll leave you on, and you can talk about as you want to these different pieces you worked on. I'm going to show the people these cards, and then I'm going to show you where you guys can order them. If you're interested in getting these, I encourage you to. I love, when we get to produce our own little set of cards off on the side, when we do top stuff, but producing our own little set. I've wanted to do it for years. I've got something I'm trying to do one day in the future. It's a dream, but it's not there yet. And I'm really just always encouraged to see stuff that you do, Chad. And I want to make sure people support you because they're awesome. I bought a set from Chad years ago, and I love it. And I'm so glad that you got this out. And I know you've been working on it for a long time. I know you coordinated the logistics and then the box art and just getting everything just right. And as an artist, making it right for you is difficult. Getting it just the way you want it, what a nightmare. But I'm so glad you're at the finish line here. So I'm going to switch over cameras and show you. I got this box here. I'm going to open them.
Yeah, the boxes turned out to be really popular. Packaging is everything.
Yes.
And, people like to see that rather than just put it in a plastic case and say, here you go. I had some boxes made up, and those are looking really good. Came out nice. And Roxanne Tozer actually bought some from me, and she'll be selling them at the Philly show coming up. So
excellent. All right.
And those might have some sketches in there too.
They might. So every box has 30 cards, 2 stickers. You look for bonus content. So our sketch odds here are 1 in 5.
Yeah, 1 in 5 on the sketches, and every box is guaranteed to have 30 base cards and 2 stickers, plus bonus hits. There's foil cards that I made 3 of, and there's foil cards that I made 5 of, and then there's other cards that I had laying around, like some leftovers from Vegas, other shows, and I threw them in there. So every box will have 30 base cards and 2 stickers, plus some bonuses, and then 1 in 5 has a sketch card.
Very cool. And here's your Facebook group and your email here. I guess you can order these from the Facebook group here or message about these. Okay.
Yeah. Just message me here on Facebook. I've got a website and everything, but no one ever goes and looks at it. Everyone's on Facebook. So I just do everything through Facebook now.
I went to your website first this time before I messaged you. I was like, where can I get these? And I was poking around. I was like, I'll just message him. I
haven't updated it for so long when I go in there and I have to remember passwords and everything. And I update it.
I'm so bad with that.
Like, you had 12 visitors this month, and I was like, well, it's not even worth it. So.
It's not worth it. I know. I'm so bad with my website. I've got to update mine before the Philly show. I've got to get it kind of usable.
I just put everything on Facebook because that's where everybody seems to be.
Where's that anyway? All right, so we'll open up in here. All right. This. You got some packaging to chew on here. You can chew on this while you're waiting in anticipation. Yeah, nice. All right. Freaks of Nature.
That was my original when I drew Muffy Merkin. I thought, she needs a card name for a set, and so I did Freaks of Nature, Muffy Merkin, and I was gonna do a whole set of different weird characters, which ended up happening, but I didn't put that banner on all of them.
Just this one. Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise it gets repetitive and stuff.
Yeah. So and then on the back you've got so you have back art on all of them, or is it just
it's the same on all the backs of the cards.
It's the same on the back. Okay. Yeah.
I was going to do the puzzles and different things on the back, and it just got too complicated. And
that's what I was thinking. That's where my mind was going. Like, what did you do in the back? It's so difficult to do all that and get that.
Yeah, I just kept it simple because I don't have a staff of people helping me out with this stuff, and I just
Yeah.
Luckily, I've got a good printer that, when I take him all my stuff on my thumb drive and say, here's what I want, he is able to plug it in and print all this stuff out for me. So
That must be a big relief to find someone who can print these for you just right the way you want them. That seems to be one of the challenges.
It's really good, high quality work. It's nice, bright colors that he does.
And these cards are high quality. These are nice cards.
Yeah, they come out nice, and then when I get them, of course, they're all in a big box, and I have to go through and collate them and put them all to sets together.
You're the sorter machine. That's right.
Yeah, it took me a couple days to go through all those, but
yeah. Oh wow.
That's the mother from Barbarian. I don't know if you've seen that yet. It's a great movie. It has nothing to do with a barbarian, but it's this 8-foot tall crazy lady. And I don't want to tell you any more than that and ruin the surprise.
Okay.
But the actor, I met him at Crypticon last year, and he is almost 7 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
The guy that plays the character, and he's also going to be at the Halloween Expo that I'm doing next month here in Spokane. Really cool guy.
Yeah, but Chad, you're no small guy yourself. You're a pretty tall guy.
I'm 6'6", so yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty. Yeah, Chad's a big guy, so I mean, if they're 7, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it was weird when I met him in Seattle last year, and I didn't realize who he was, and I was like, wow, I never see anybody taller than me. We were in the lobby of the hotel, and we were talking, and then when we went into the convention, and he walked over and sat down at his table, and I looked like, oh, you're the guy that was in Barbarian, okay. And he has that bottle of milk with hair on it, and again, you've got to see the movie. It's really cool.
Oh wow! Wow.
I think on Max, HBO Max is on there. It's on there. It's a great movie. Amazon Prime.
Check that out. So in the chat, you've seen that movie, Barbarian? I haven't seen it.
It's a good one. I highly recommend it. I usually don't like any of the new horror stuff because it just seems dumb, but it was actually really good. It's kind of a edge of your seat roller coaster. What the heck's going on type of thing. So it's fun. Yeah. Oh, and there's my Freaky. Freakies was a big cereal brand in the 70s for all you kids that weren't around. That's what we ate.
Yeah, I'm an 80s kid, so I don't know. It
was a big time. 70s. The Freakies lived in a tree, and they were these little monsters.
And the shirt there, is that similar? Is that a nod to them? The little.
Yeah. That's Hamhose is that character, and he was one of the Freakies that they made cereal in the tree, or the tree grew cereal on it. I think the elves made cookies in the tree, and the Freakies grew cereal on the tree. Is how that went.
Yeah. Get Bobby's comment here. Bobby B is a top sketch artist with us as well. Just let him, there's a comment there saying it's so cool to have you describe where these characters have been inspired by. That's true. Cool. Yeah.
Oh, and I see Ryan Harris wants to sketch for an upcoming set. Ryan, Ryan. I know you said you sent me a message saying you wanted to. So
yeah. We're gonna have Ryan on a little bit later when we talk about Island Dreams. We have a charity set that he worked on for that charity. So have you ever worked on or heard of the Island Dreams charity set?
I've heard of it, but I haven't ever.
Yeah, floated around. Yeah.
That one I scribbled out one day when I was watching Alien again. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. There one. Yeah.
Old Fez monster.
Hey, see you in the chat. See some new people in the chat.
Yeah, people are showing up.
Yeah. And I got Joe here in the background. See if I can get him in here with us. This is my co-host Chad. He's a GPK fan. I'll try to reformat our style here. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Hey, Joe. Welcome. Got, just happen to have Chad Scheres here with us. Just casually here. So.
And clowns. I'm always drawing clowns.
And clowns. Yeah.
I like clowns. He's got his poor poodle there. Little Halloween-inspired witch.
That's cool.
So, are you selling the originals for these at the shows you're going to?
Some of them, if I still have them, a lot of these originals have sold already, fortunately, which is good.
Yeah.
It seems like I've got one guy that whenever I put an original piece up on Etsy, he goes and buys it. So that's nice. He's been buying all of my original Wacky Packages paintings, and then all these freaks of nature. He owns most of them. And then there's another guy that buys a few. So yeah, luckily, but I do still have a few of the originals available. I'm not sure which ones. I'd have to go look, but the quicker they sell, the better, because then that gives me a little money cushion to pay those bills while I draw more.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't know where that's just four-eyed mom. I sit down and draw whatever comes out. I don't know. There, a lot of them have. It's like there's no idea or concept behind them. It's just something that whatever.
Do you have a time of day you sit around and draw? Do you just randomly do it? Do you schedule it at all, or do you just kind of?
Sometimes I get up really early in the morning and think of all the things that I'm going to do, and then I get exhausted because I can't figure out which one I want to do, and then I go take a nap, and then I get up around 11 or so and then do that. So but if I get up and get really inspired and get focused on something, yeah, I can do that. And then but yeah, there's never a set time.
Yeah Whatever it hits. Yeah, that sounds good. So the backgrounds on these, are the backgrounds part of are they done post or?
Oh, those are afterwards. Yeah, all the backgrounds on the originals are just white backgrounds. I just draw these on 8.5 by 11 Bristol, and then scan them, and then I go into Photoshop and throw those backgrounds in there.
Yeah. So your digital background, yeah. They look good. Yeah.
That one actually, let's see if I can find it here. Is Chendas and I did a dual sketch card of that character.
Oh wow, yeah.
You can see those, but yeah, Chendas did this one, and then I did that one.
Yeah, those look great.
And,
so are you posting some of these up for sale too, aren't you? You're doing a few of these?
Chendas did one artist proof and sent it to me, and I sold it yesterday on Facebook, and then these two are available, and they're artist proofs 1 and 2. Of course, they go together. Dual sketches. He said that he's had more fun working on these than any other set in a long time. He really likes it.
I really miss the dual sketches we used to do with the panos on Wackies and on GPK. I really hate to stop doing those.
Yeah, I think it just got to be the point where it was just too much stuff for them to keep track of, and they can't even keep track of what's going where.
Yeah, logistics is hard, and they got enough problems, right? Yeah. Preaching to the choir there, I tell you.
I know that we had that thing with the new set that we're not supposed to be talking about that made no sense, and yeah,
and we've got incoming coming, so we're going to be pretty busy soon. So that's great.
Yeah,
incoming stuff.
I got some cards yesterday for that top secret set, and then more coming on, I think Tuesday or Wednesday for another one. So,
same here. Yeah, I think we're
busy.
We're in the same missions. Yeah, and it's tight time and with all this stuff going on, it's a hard month. October is going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's definitely a busy time.
Yeah,
but busy is good. Just another monster. I mean, just heavily influenced by, being a kid of the 70s, the monsters there was a huge monster craze where every time, you turn on the TV, which back then we had the 3 channels, Saturdays or whatever, there would be the Universal monsters would be on, or, any of those old, we watched like that's Curse of the Demon. I don't know if any of you guys remember that movie, but that's what that characters came from. And also pretty sure that influenced Odorous Urungus from Guar. His mask looked a lot like that. And I think that he took a lot of influence from that Curse of the Demon monster.
Chad, are you painting in gouache, or are you doing acrylic, or what do you use?
All of these cards are mostly just ink drawings, black ink, thick, and there might be a couple that I painted in there.
Yeah.
But the painting takes a lot longer. And I just prefer, I'm really into comic books and underground comics and stuff. And so that's in animation. So that's my style with that black line work.
Yeah. Well, same here. I hear that because paint's I'm too impatient for paint most of the time. I might use it to accent, but I'm an ink guy. I'm an ink and black line kind of guy, a comic card guy. So I hear you.
Yeah. I love all the old underground comics and stuff, and the Mad Magazine and just the rawness of it. I like to be able to look at something and see, where somebody didn't draw the straight line, or where they were getting sketchy because they were tired or too much caffeine, or as with me, I've got really bad arthritis and I can't hold pens and pencils very well. So these are all, if my line work looks wobbly on these, there's a reason for that. I have shaky hands.
Yeah. I don't, it doesn't look wobbly to me, but I know the arthritis thing you're talking about. I don't have that, but I've got the back problems. Here's a stick. Is this a sticker? One of the Clockwork Orange stickers?
That's a sticker, and that's kind of wacky.
Yeah, so here's one of the stickers.
That one's one I did years and years ago, and I knew that Topps would never consider that, so I didn't even send it in. And actually, when I tried to get the stickers made at first, I sent it to one company and they wouldn't do it because they said that it was a copyright infringement. And they didn't want to.
What? Oh, because
because
okay.
it's Clockwork Orange. And
right. Yeah, that's what I worry about too. Is getting something printed. Is if it's too close to if the parody isn't accepted by the printer, and for those reasons,
you never.
Yeah.
I mean, I was selling a Terrifier print on Etsy, another cool new movie, The Clown. I don't know if you've seen that one yet. There's 1 and 2 of Terrifier. And I was selling a print of that on Etsy, and Etsy kicked it off because of trademark infringement. Whoever owns the trademark didn't want it on there. But cool. I have pictures of the writer, director, all the actors signing that same print at a horror convention in Atlanta somewhere or something. So they apparently weren't too upset about it because they signed the print that somebody.
Right. They were fine with it. They made money from it.
So if I would have listed it as Psycho Clown or Weirdo Clown instead of Terrifier, it would have been okay. But I used that word Terrifier and they said, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
And yeah, somebody mentioned Ratfink inspired. Yes, definitely. Ed Roth was a huge inspirational person. I actually was fortunate enough to do some work for him back in the late 90s before he passed. So that was nice.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Did 2 or 3 shows with him down in California. So yeah, him and Robert Williams and, Von Frankel and all those guys, there were huge influences on the artwork.
What flavor ice cream is that?
Cherry eyeball, I guess. Yeah.
Cherry eyeball, yeah. Of course, Jess, cherry eyeball.
Yeah, I had to get the middle finger monster in there.
Nah, that's good.
What do you, Joe?
I've got a couple of people in mind when I drew that one, but
I bet I looked at they're extra long, so we can screen capture that later. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Now, Chad, I was thinking about. So I know you've done patches over the years and other stuff, other type of things with it, and sticker versions of stuff. Do you do pins too? Are you doing some pins? Because I thought you had before, right?
Yeah. I've got pins and stickers and patches and prints and lighters. Even I was amazed at how lighters sell. I buy 50 lighters and put my stickers on them, and people go crazy. I don't know what they're doing with these lighters, but
you're not liable. You're not liable for the lighters.
Beelzebubble.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
That one that was a painted one that I did. There was somebody was putting together a set, and I asked me to do one card, and so I painted that and sent it to him, and then the set never came out or whatever. So
I can kind of tell the difference. That's really cool, though.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Nice.
This is a hefty set, Chad. Like, this isn't a lightweight few card set, guys. This is, look at that. I'm still not through this. That's substantial. I'm pretty impressed.
There are 30 cards and 2 stickers plus bonuses in there. It looks like you might have a little bonus one coming up.
Yeah. 30 card set's pretty hard to put out. That's
awesome.
Oh, that one.
Wow. What do we got here?
Remember Tiger King a few years ago when that was the big deal?
Yeah.
I
Tiger Dung Delight.
Yeah, I did that one.
Cool,
what was her name?
Carol Baskins.
So
that's right. I love it.
I painted that up and sent it to Topps, and they said, "Man, we can't mention the husband or something." I don't remember what it was, but I was like, "No, we really need to do a Wacky Packages Tiger King set, a Wacky Packages GPK set, or 2 or 3 of those."
Right.
And it just never. I was told, "Well, hang on to that maybe," and it never happened. So that was that. But yeah, the whole story with her was she fed her dead husband to a tiger. And
yeah. There was a pile of dung over there. It was him. Yeah. That's a pretty cool card. Yeah, I like that. I like the story behind that concept. That's neat.
Yeah, and I did it on a tan back, just like
I saw that. Very wacky feeling.
Classic wackies had those tan.
Yeah, that's classic 70s wackies, guys. If you didn't know that, I know we have the modern ones, but this is the old school stuff. Yeah.
But I'm
I
not
love the old school
I'm not
wackies.
infringing on the design of the wacky packages. It's a homage. It's because I love it, and there's probably only 5 or 6 of those cards in it. Those discs.
Yeah. Yep.
I had one sheet of that chrome paper, and I printed those out.
Wow, that's very cool. Glad to have that one. Very nice.
And that's the character Beelzebub. I was going to do a whole something with him. I don't remember what it was. I was going to make little resin figures and stuff, and I just haven't got to do it yet. But
to be coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon stuff, yeah.
It's a guy with his injecting embalming fluid into his body.
So is this before the nap or after the nap you drew this one? That's what I want.
Yeah. Hard to say.
Yeah. Cool.
I get a few cups of coffee in me and I just go
to it, yeah.
Oh, what does that say? Was that digital text?
Oh, the previous one.
The previous one? This one here?
It's about,
is this digital?
I drew that.
That looks drawn to me, yeah. The only thing digital, I think what you said is some of the backgrounds.
Yeah, I don't understand how to do digital text and all that. I have Photoshop, and when I figure out how to do something on Photoshop, when I go back to try and do it again, I forgot what I did. And I draw everything on paper. I don't understand it.
I prefer paper myself. I've done some digital stuff, but I don't love it. I've done it when I had to for certain projects or things, but I don't like doing text. I'll do it by hand, and I still don't think I'm good at it, but I've gotten better and better, but I still don't enjoy doing text. I really do the drawing. Organic like drawings like this, I enjoy. I don't like doing robots with straight lines too much. I will, but I like organic kind of curvy stuff. So.
Yeah, straight lines are hard, and for me to use a ruler and
to get them just right for something you want something very neat and tight. Yeah,
all through art school and everything, people have said use a ruler. I just can't do it. It's
I like this.
Unpolished and raw. That's my raccoon.
It's a great
cigarettes
card.
for raccoons.
That'd be an amazing T-shirt, dude.
Yeah. No, this is an older one too, right? You've done this one. I've seen this one before. Yeah.
That's an old one. I did that one. I think back in like 2014, maybe. Mm-hmm. And I made like 1,000 stickers, and I still have a lot of stickers left. So there's probably going to be a coon sticker in just about every set of these, because I do have a lot of
those. So that is a sticker, guys. That's a sticker one, but that's a cool card.
And it's not a racial thing. I've had a couple people come to me and say, "Oh, coon, that's racist."
No, it's after kook. It's after the cigarettes, the cool cigarettes. It's a wacky package,
and it's raccoon. It's 100% tobacco cigarettes for raccoons.
Yeah,
it is not a racial thing.
No, it's.
I don't do that.
It's a neat one.
More crazy eyeballs on a monster.
Oh yeah,
he's got them off.
Do you start with the eyeballs on this one? Do you start with some crazy eyes, or where do you start on them? Mouth?
I don't know. I never really thought about it. Just kind of sit down, and whatever comes out happens.
Just comes out. I shouldn't ask, because then you'll overthink it now. You're like, oh no, I ruined the system. I know what you mean. You just kind of start where you like to. Yeah. Well, cool.
And Slithus was another movie back in the 70s that most of you probably haven't seen, but it's just I really love the drive-in and grindhouse old movies. And
I recognize the monster. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was a guy in a green rubber suit, and he was terrorizing people. And that was fun.
Cool.
I used to stay up late at night and sneak out and watch all these movies on TV when they would come on. And look, you got a Chrome card, 1 of 5.
1 of 5 Chrome.
There's only 5 of those that exist, and you have number 1.
Very nice. Number 1.
Very nice. Those look really cool in person. You can't really get the full effect on camera, but they look really good in the
I'm trying to make it shimmery, guys. It look really good in person.
Like a metal card almost, huh?
Yeah. It's a high quality chrome looking card in person here. And you can see that the artist numbered it for you there.
Yeah, they're all hand numbered. I was going to go with the stamping of the number on there, and it was
it cost too much to do that. I know. I asked for stamping one time, and they looked at me like I was crazy for a project. I'm like, well, that's fine.
That only works if you're doing like 50 or 100 cards, and this set's so small, I wasn't doing that. So.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like how
very cool card. Very nice.
Kind of pop all on there.
Yeah.
Someone is so over the border variant. What does that mean?
I'm so over the border variant. Oh, the border variant for wackies.
Really, probably just
Maybe
Period.
I'm not sure what they were discussing in the chat, but there might have been some. Oh, GPK.
GPK.
Yeah, Drew back's talking about the GPK border variants out there. The what they call it, the spit border or whatever.
Yeah, they got
border.
the yellow, blue, green, red.
Yeah.
Black. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No GPK. Yeah, I am too. I'm not a fan of the border variants for those, but that's just my own personal taste.
Mm-hmm.
I like the solid borders better on the GPKs back in the early 2010s or whatever they were. But it's to each their own. A lot of people do like them, so they've been doing them for a while.
It gives people that like to go out and hunt for the cards something to look for.
I do like the stamped border variant. I mean, I like that they stamp some of them for a border variant. I think that adds a little value to them to stamp them, at least so you know what number you have. You know there's a limited. People just coming into it, not understanding which one they have. I think it's good. I like this card too.
That's the Big Frankie, which was a model kit back in the 60s. That I loved, so I just drew a picture of him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice card, yeah. Cool.
Yay.
Think you're getting close to the end there.
I am getting close to the end. Freaks, and my final card. Ha! Very cool.
All right, so no sketch, but you did get the 1 of 5 foil.
I did get the 1 of 5 foil, and I got the Carol Baskin's. Carol Baskin's.
Delight.
Yeah, very cool. Happy with those. Those are nice, Chad. Man, I'm really happy you got to come on here and talk to us and talk about this set. It's beautiful, man. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. It's disgusting. It's a disgusting set.
Beautifully disgusting.
Yes. Box art again, everybody. Freaks of nature.
The box came out nice.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye, really, Chad, I would have looked at it anyway, but the box caught me. I was like, oh, I know for years we're all looking around trying to find a way to produce sets and make things look nice. And this is a good solution for independent artists to do a box thing. I hadn't thought of this.
I like the boxes that the online sets come in from Topps are similar.
Yeah.
And when I went to my printer, he was actually making some of these for another product, and they had a cutout window that you could put the product in. And I said, oh, that's perfect size for what I want to do. Can you make me some? And he's like, yeah, go draw something up. And I went and I drew something, and being me, not using a ruler or thinking what I was doing, it wasn't centered, and the logo would have been.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, I need to stop and use a template and figure out it rather than just throw it together like I normally do.
Yeah, because at the last second, we're always impatient. I was trying to get some sketch card blanks made last year for myself, and I got them in. I'm really happy with them, but I put it together. I drew out the logo I wanted because I couldn't do it in computer. I just didn't want to do it computerized like you're talking about. And I got in there and I got it framed up right. And then, there's the bleeding edge, there's the cut edge. There's all these different settings you got to get just right. It was a kind of a nightmare to get that right, but it wasn't what it was, because you're impatient. You're like, I'm at the final stage. Everybody check out Chad's Facebook here, Toy Ghoul, and his website, toyghoul.com.
Facebook.com/Toy Ghoul. You can just type in my name in a search, and I think it'll pop up. But and then Ryan's asking about my Etsy store name. I'm not sure if there is a name of it. I don't know. I think if you go on a search in Etsy and type in my name, some of my stuff should show up.
I think so. I haven't been on Etsy in a long time. I don't use it a lot, but I think so. Yeah, you should be able to find Chad stuff pretty easy that way.
If not, message me on Facebook and I'll send you a link to it.
Yeah. Anybody, if you have trouble getting find the links, just let me know. I'll get you over to Chad. We'll get that info to you. We'll put the links in the bottom of this video too when we're done for Chad's set here. But
and that somebody with like a Korean name or Chinese name is asking about how to find the big collect monster models. Oh, the Big Frankie. The Big Frankie was a kit that was put out in the 60s, and then they reissued it about 15 years ago. And you can still find them on eBay and stuff. They're pretty expensive. I think they run about $200 or $300 because it's a big kit. I mean, the thing's like 2 feet tall. It's actually. I've got one here.
You got one. I know you do.
It's here somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. I mean, I've got stuff here I don't even know. But yeah, it's
slide over here. We'll slide over here. Where are you at? Where are you at, Trippy? He likes to Photoshop me onto stuff. There we go.
No, it's
Hey.
not a Freakos model kit or Weirdos. It's a Universal Monsters Big Frankie. It was originally put out by Aurora.
Lori's asking how much are these sets? How much are they?
Sets are $30 plus shipping, so it comes to about $36 with shipping because the post office charges like $5.92 or something to ship one. If you want two, I do $60 plus 6 shipping. If you want more than that, let me know. I can make you a deal. I had somebody buy 10 sets from me last week, and I cut him a deal because he bought 10 sets. Nice. He was looking for sketches, of course, and he ended up getting 4 sketch cards out of the 5 of us that worked on him. And then he ended up buying that Chen Does one for me yesterday. So now he's got all 5. He's got 1 sketch card from each artist for the set. Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right.
And this is another thing that I've been working on. These are my little freaks. They're little resin figures that I put in these little domes.
Oh, wow.
And that's all hand sculpted. I sculpt the original out of clay, and then I make a rubber mold and pour the resin into it and hand paint them. And they glow in the dark. So they're not 3D printed, but yeah, that's my little project that I'm working on now. This guy's got feathers for hair, and then this is that faux fur. But they're fun, and they look really cool at night because they glow.
I just got like this Trolls vibe, like a troll vibe from the hair. Yeah,
totally.
Troll
definitely. Hair. Yeah, that's so cool. I know years ago, I don't know if you have one. I can't find mine, but you made a zombie atom bomb on a card. He was like an action figure on a card that was glued onto it, sort of made.
Oh, yeah. It was Tales from the Pale, and it was a
Tales from the Pale. Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt parody comic book cover, and then I made a little zombie resin figure.
Yeah, that reminds me of that thing. Yeah, that was awesome. I've still got that laying over there. It's
good.
On my shelf.
Yeah, I think I only made 10 of those, so they were really limited. So.
Oh, okay, so no one can have it. It's mine. I don't know which one. He did number it, but
they are numbered.
Really cool.
Yeah, and it's a lot of work. And then I've been doing custom little resin figures for 30 years. So
didn't you paint some figures for Cryptozoic as well? Didn't you do some of those years ago?
Yeah, I did the DC Bombshells figures for Cryptozoic, and part of the reason why I'm wearing glasses all the time is because of those figures, because there was so many of them to do, and they were so small. And by the end of the 50 of them or however many I did, I was seeing triple of them, and I couldn't. I was painting over here and the figure was over here because I was so focused on those little tiny figures. But yeah, I did a bunch of those for Cryptozoic. I don't even know what happened to them. I guess they're still around, but
yeah, I think they're still around. I think the pandemic hurt them with all their printing. I believe, I could be mistaken about this, was over in China, and they shipped in content.
And their sketch cards are awful to work on. They're just this wetty finish. I did the Rick and Morty and DC Bombshells and what's that, Steven Universe, and I did quite a few sets for them, but it's like trying to draw on those with ink. The ink just pools up on it, and
it doesn't absorb anything at all. Yeah,
horrible. Yeah. I hate that. If I can get good sketch cards made from the guy that does my printing, I don't know why these big companies can't get decent sketch cards made.
Yeah,
the sketch cards that I did for this set are amazing. They hold ink so well. I wish that we could get that quality from these big companies.
Yeah, it's mixed. It's mixed sometimes and bad other times for sure. Well, Chad, I want to really thank you so much for hanging out with us, talking about the set. I hope you get some sales from these guys in the chat and stuff. I hope you do well this year. I think you're going to sell these things out. I mean, they're going to be gone.
Right. That's the plan. And then, like I said, I've got the next set coming out, which is going to be beer parodies. And there'll be another freaks in it, and I'll just keep doing it as long as you guys keep buying them. I'll keep doing them.
Yeah.
So I'm working on some Pet Cemetery related stuff today, because that convention I'm doing next month, the little kid that played Gage, who isn't a little kid anymore, he's an adult. He's going to be one of the guests there. So I'm doing some Pet Cemetery type stuff to take to that show. And Pepper from American Horror Story is going to be there, the Pinhead. So it's going to be a good show. I'm looking forward to it. I love Halloween. Halloween's like every day here for me. So
that's cool.
Oh wow. Well, so you do a lot of you go to a lot of horror convention shows too, right? You set up as a sort of they're not quite trading card shows or anything. They're actually more of a horror con show, right? A lot of those. I've seen some of those.
Yeah. I love doing Crypticon in Seattle. That's a great show, and I'll go anywhere. do craft shows at the high schools here. When there's like old ladies with doilies sitting next to me, and I'm selling my monsters. I do really well because people show up at these craft shows and they're like, "Oh, this is boring. I don't want to buy a box of muffins or a doily or a Christmas stocking." And they see it's like, "Oh, this guy's got stickers and prints and cool monster stuff." And the wife can go over there and look at the reindeer antler coat hanger or whatever, and then they I do really well wherever I do car shows, swap meets, anything where I can. It's like, hey, you can have a 10x10 space for $50 or $100 or whatever. Come sell your stuff. I'm there.
And you have shirts and stuff at the shows and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. All stuff. Yeah.
T-shirts, prints, stickers, all kinds of memorabilia, merchandise. The problem with a lot of people when they go and do these shows is they take a bunch of original artwork that's priced at $300 or $800 a piece. It's like, oh, I didn't make any money. It's like, well, because once people pay to get in and then pay to get an autograph from somebody or whatever, they don't have the money. So they want to come by and buy 3 stickers for $5, or they want to buy a print for $10 because that's all that they can afford. So you have to have affordable merchandise. You can't sit there with a bunch of paintings and so these are $300 each, these are $400 each. You might sell one if you're lucky or two, but you're going to make more money with little stuff.
Yeah.
I do a ton of stickers. Everybody that comes by is like, hey, 3 for $5, and people grab 3 for $5 stickers. I have a sticker with my cat on it. I mean, I took a picture of my cat. It's Murder Mittens, and I put Murder Mittens Fan Club and made stickers, and I've sold thousands of those things. It's the weirdest thing, but everybody loves it. It's like, oh, they buy it. So yeah,
that's awesome. I'm glad to hear you're doing well out there. I really am.
Yeah.
See you at a show soon. Guys in the chat, if you have anything else to ask Chad, or if you just want to say hello and give him some love for being here tonight, that'd be great.
Yeah, any questions about anything, feel free to let me know. And even not on here, you can message me on Facebook.
Yeah, reach out to him.
Answering.
We're in no rush, but I didn't want to hold on to Chad all night here. He was gracious enough at last minute to join us, and I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, and I'm going to hang out and watch the rest and see what you guys are talking about. So.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, everybody. And if you do have any questions, let me know.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
And look forward to new sets coming out soon that we can't talk about yet.
Yeah, I'm frustrated with that. We can't share a lot yet.
Don't ruin the surprise, because there's a lot of like these guys that are selling their blanks on eBay or selling their blanks to that guy that's selling them on eBay.
Yeah,
it's not right. I got into that a few years ago with some artists saying you shouldn't be selling your blanks, and they're like, oh, I can do whatever I want. You don't have the right to tell me, which I don't. If you want to sell your blanks, you do. It's bad for all of us. That's how we get paid. To do that.
It ruins the whole process for sure. We've got a lot of new people in too, and a lot of them are great. I've seen some of their stuff, and they're great. Some of them I don't know. I just don't know them. Chad. I mean, I don't know some people, and you don't know him. We don't know him.
I don't, and I try and remember everybody. I do so many shows and stuff, and people come up and start talking to me, and it's like, oh, and they say, yeah, you met me like 5 years ago at the show, and it's like, oh, okay. And I try. I don't remember who I met yesterday. Sometimes, I'm sorry. It's no offense to you, but, and at the point where everybody looks the same, everybody's got a beard and a T-shirt on, and I can't decipher from people. So I do always try and remember. Yeah,
like that guy down there.
And some people, it might take me a minute, or some people I remember for some whatever reason. I was like, oh yeah, that's that guy that I saw walking down the street in Vegas that puked all over the sidewalk. And I remember all that. Yeah. Someone's asking how tall I am. I am 6'6", and I weigh 300 pounds, which my doctor says I need to lose weight. So I guess I better stop eating Count Chocula.
Well, when you're 6'6", you can be a little more heavy, right? You can, whatever the weight index is for that, I don't know, but
I don't eat. She says I need to be about 270, so we'll see.
Yeah,
I like pizza and cheeseburgers. It's
my uncle's about your size. He's 6'4", but he's a little smaller than that now, I guess, weight wise. But yeah, he's near Spokane too. He's up near you somewhere, so I got a relative near you. So
okay, that offensive line material. What does that mean? Offensive
give
line?
Up the count.
It's a sports thing.
Yeah.
Offensive line.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, Patrick. What's that? What?
I don't know anything about sports, but I think that's what he means.
That's what he means. That's what Patrick means. Yeah, he's harmless. I don't know. He's,
Football.
football. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yay, sports. I've never been into sports. It's like,
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sports is on. I'm going to flip the channel and watch a monster movie or a cartoon. So, nothing.
Yeah, I met Chad in person. If he was on the offensive line, he'd be terrifying for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
People have always asked me, do you play basketball? I said, no.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you play basketball? I said, well, why aren't you a jockey? You know, you're 4 feet tall.
So this is a legitimate question for you about drawing. So you have your drawing surface, is it inclined, flat? How do you handle that? You're pretty tall. So how do you protect your back against drawing and just hurting it? Because I recently, on the last secret set we worked on, I'll talk about it, I had more back pain than I ever have. And I sort of incline my workspace and draw an angle now, but it's hard. I'm having trouble like getting comfortable drawing because it's killing me now.
No, I've got an angle drawing board that I can sit over, but yeah, it definitely hurts. And especially getting older as I am, I have a heating pad. Sometimes I have to lay on that at night or get those salon pass patches and put them right here because my back is sore from doing this for 20 hours straight or whatever.
Yeah, you see, same as the athletes you guys are talking about. We have to take care. I mean, I've been trying to get up and move around more every 30 minutes, take a break, move around for a second, but it adds up. That was the most painful set physically that I've ever worked on, which sounds really silly and stupid that I hurt myself drawing, but like it really bothered me for several days. So, getting older is great. Yeah,
it's lots of fun, but it's weird. You look at how people are aging now. Like there was a thing floating around the other day about these actors and the age they were. I don't know if you saw it, but they were showing these actors that were in their 40s and early 50s, and they looked like they were like 70 or 80 years old.
Yeah.
And it used to be when you looked at the obituaries in the paper, not like I do that, but if you're flipping through a paper and you see all these people that would die at 50, 52, and that seemed to be the age. And now people are just living longer and not looking quite as old as they are. I mean, I look old. I'm gray and bald, but I've earned it. These gray hairs are all earned. So.
Yeah. Well, we're going to open some Chrome cards, I think, and take a look at those, Chad. If you want to hang out, you can hang out. If you want to skedaddle, it's up to you.
All right, I'm going to go back to work here, but I'll keep you on and listen to what you guys are saying. So.
Okay. All right. You got a link on YouTube? You can see us on there?
I think so.
Okay. You can stay in here if you'd like in this chat too.
I'll just stay on here. So that's
okay. All right. We'll do that.
And I do have plenty of card sets left. Like I said, I'm about halfway through them now. So let me know if you guys want any. The more you buy, the better deal I can make. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, we're going to transition over to doing a little bit of Chrome opening, and then we'll see if we can get the Island Dreams folks in here, if they're free to come in and talk about that a little bit. I had trouble in my area getting Chrome at the Walmarts at all, so I went to Target. I finally broke down and went to Target and got some, but they're still just barely getting in my area. I don't know if Joe, you found some last week. Did you get those at Target or did you get those at Walmart? Or
yeah, actually, I got mine at Target.
Yeah.
Once I saw them there, that's the only place I went after.
Yeah.
See how many Targets had them.
Chad, did you pick up any of these? Did you pick up any Chrome?
I did not, no. But believe it or not, every once in a while I will pick some up if I'm out. Like when the horror sets came out, the horrible, I would pick up those blaster boxes once in a while. But no, I don't really collect a lot of the modern stuff. My tastes are more toward the vintage, older stuff.
Yeah.
So no, I leave those all for you guys.
Ah.
And after drawing so many of them, it's like I don't want to look at those guys anymore.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah.
I do not have a GPK collection. No, I do have some GPK stuff here, but I do not have a large collection of it.
Probably some wacky stuff, though.
Oh yeah, I got the wacky stuff.
All right. Let's see. What's man?
Yeah, right on. The old sideburns. Good stuff.
Here you go. I'll put Drew Beck's comment up there. We'll see. My dad turned 41, man. I thought he was old.
I'm older than 40.
think we all are here, aren't we, Joe? Maybe he won't admit it.
It sounds like it.
Maybe. All right, I'm gonna pop this box. We'll see what's in here while we'll wait on some Iron Dreams artists to show up and get ready for us here. See what the hits are. The hits have been better in these Chrome 6 boxes than the Chrome 5s were. You know, we showed last time we were on. Chrome 5s had just such bad hits in them.
Yeah, those hobby boxes are real nice.
Hobby boxes were really great. That's right.
Yeah.
And also, Joe, do you have your week 3 online set as well? Do you have your week 3 cards around?
Yeah, do I?
You have to think about that. It took so long to ship these things, the online sets, that I'm not positive where week 4's around. Maybe they didn't get them yet.
I think I have them downstairs. That's crazy.
That's okay. We can just do a few crumbs here and then try to get some other people in too. I mean, we got a busy night here, so. Yeah, and we are going to talk about the Island Dreams cards. I saw in the comment there. Some of those cards are like that. I'll say though that set has a lot of sketch artists in it from GPK and Wackies in there that sort of spent time playing with that set. That's a good reprieve set to go to do something different, like a break. But it's also for a good charity. So they do this year's charities help the dog shelters, animal shelters out there. So that's where the funds go to.
Michael. Still waiting to see this guy.
So last time I pulled a color error out of one of these. It's pretty good. Color error and a color parallel. So Trudy there. And then there's the...
I can't see that guy at all.
Yep. I wonder what it would cost to do that, Chad, on a card. You know, to do the holofoil is not that bad sometimes, but this.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how that's done. I did ask the guy that does my printing about it, and he was going to look into it and never really got around to it. I know that Clint Coleman did some of those for the Gross Card Con, but they weren't as good as that. They were good, but it was kind of like a sticker that they put over the top of the art.
Over it, and then put image over. Okay, I got you. Like a filter over. Yeah, they were doing this kind of effect back in the '90s, though. Even I saw this on cards. I had some Spider-Man cards, 30th anniversary that had this kind of effect on it. So they've been doing it a long time. And these are a little sharper than those, but same sort of prismy sort of effect was in it. So that's neat. All right, Joe. Let's get to this box here and see.
Yeah.
What we got there? Got a foil or a wave? Purple?
Man, my
wave, yeah.
lighting is horrible.
What number is that one?
Let's see. This one is 89 of 250.
89 of 250. Okay. Yeah, I like the wave ones. Wave cards are nice.
You want to get me off of here so he looks bigger, or?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
I can switch him around. Actually, you can switch him to here. There you go, Joe.
Oh, wow.
How about that? Let's do that. I can do
I'm
this.
huge.
Yeah, we can turn me off there. There we go. This is a high production value show here, Chad. You can tell we spare no expense.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it. I couldn't figure out how to do all this.
It's a lot of trial and error, a lot of error actually, I should say. I'll tell you, actually, Chad, a lot of fans got me into doing this. One was in the chat here, Trenton. He invited me to a live stream show to talk about the Philly show once, and started doing these live drawing streams. This hasn't been a live drawing stream. We do the live drawing stream, and it's kind of fun and gives you a little energy sometimes to do more. So, and Joe was part of that stream, and he's pretty cool and interesting guy with collectors. So we just kind of teamed up to do this. So,
and you're going to be at the Philly show this year, right?
I am. I'll be at the Philly show. It's October 14th and 15th. I'll be there. Yep. I'll be set up as a vendor on the vendor list.
I have not seen the new venue yet, but I heard it's pretty nice.
It's very nice. It's much different than the old venue for sure. It's night and day.
Venue is like an antique mall with a room on it.
Yeah, it had a nude smell to it too, right?
Oh.
Yeah, but it was, it had good people at it. So
yeah,
right.
It was like an abandoned neighborhood. There was like vacant buildings everywhere, and then there was that. It was weird, but
yeah,
it was always fun there.
Yeah, I had a good time. There for sure. A little refractor there.
That's weird. First and last.
So the budget must have increased. I don't know about that.
Interesting.
Since I love Drewback's comment here, Joe. I know you saw this already, but
did.
I'm having trouble watching the chat and keeping focus here. No Kipper, make Joe smaller. Wow. Hey, you guys usually want more of Joe. You're like that, do the creepy hand thing or whatever. So if any in the chat, have you seen the any sort of GPK Chrome 6 show up in your Walmarts yet? Because I don't think it's out. I was wondering about that the other day. I was like, maybe they had a deal with to release it early in Target, a couple weeks early, and then drop it to Walmart later. I don't know.
Right.
I haven't seen any in this area yet. So a lot of times it's a month or more after release date until they go up here.
Same here. Same here for the Walmarts. But the Targets this time around were pretty close to release date. I know people who got them early were people who got it from direct distributors who bought cases and things and stuff like that. But
and a lot of the stores wait for the XL, the distributor, to come and set them up. Like they get the cards in, but they leave them in the back room until the rep from XL comes and sets the shelves up. And if there's only one rep for a 400-mile radius, it takes them a while to get around.
Yeah. Oh, got something here. It's like, all right. Purple Wave.
Nice.
There we go. So that's my first big hit of the box, I think. Like everything was just a refractor, right? Yeah. And you had a Purple Wave as well, right?
I did.
And that is number 3 of 250. So that's pretty interesting. Number 3.
Okay, I had number 8. That's crazy.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
Oh, I'm sorry. 89. My bad.
These are such thick cards, too. Jeez.
That was weird. Man.
On one of the recent wacky sets, I got a 1 of 25, and it was number 1 of 25.
Oh wow!
And
what a hit, yeah.
It went ahead, and I think I sold it for $300. So it was
nice, yeah. Very nice. I'm pretty sure that I bought one of my Milton Elton, Igloo parallels from Chad. Not unknowingly off eBay, I bought one from him. I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. I think it was a green parallel or something.
Yeah. That last Chrome set that came out, I bought a case of blasters just because I love ripping packs open, and so I sold off all the numbered cards out of there.
Well, I rarely build these parallel sets of a card, but I kind of got into it for that one, and I like Original Series 4 a lot. So yeah, Andy barbecue.
Let's see.
What's your stance on a drawing like this, Chad? I mean, I know they've told us that we can't draw certain things now on the sketches, but you can get around this a little bit. But urine's kind of one of them that they're kind of iffy about.
Well, that's not urine though. That's water.
And this one, yeah, but the cards that have urine on them, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, they threw that out there, and I'm still seeing a lot of new cards, final art coming out with blood on them.
Yeah, I saw that some were already done already, and then they talked about it, and it was just kind of the timing was off, but maybe they're just a little bit.
You can say that's
about it.
I think somebody said it's red Kool-Aid or red jelly. It's not blood or something.
Okay. Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah,
my mistake.
But yeah, I don't like that rule because one of my favorites to do is the old Tom Bunk drawing of the. What is it? Poop Deck Pete, where the kid's in the swimming pool and he's got the little turds with the sails on them and he's making his turds. I love drawing that one. And they say I can't draw that anymore.
Dang it.
I just have to make the turds boogers, I guess.
I guess make them a different color, right?
That's not right.
Joe, I'm going to pop another box open here. We'll just do one more here.
It's
You waited so long to open these. Joe had cards last week. I did not. And it's also under the weather, so we had to sort of kibosh that stream.
I just left them sitting there in the bag and everything.
Yeah, I know. Just he was crying all week long about it, I'm sure. Boo-hoo. I'm impressed with your discipline because we have people who I know could not wait that long. They have to open them on the way home in the car, right?
Every day I was like, maybe I could just open one of them.
Oh, yeah. They'll never know. They'll never know. I'll never know. It's going to be a good pack, I can tell. I can just feel there's something good in there.
Oh.
Something nice in there. Oh. Joe Hole. Green wave, of course. Yeah, see? I beat the trend. No more purple waves.
Hey, and that's crazy. Pretty much every pack from this last box had a pair of cards just like that.
Like this?
I would get an A and then a B.
And then a B, and then you see the parallels, the B or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the A in this case.
How weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Actually, I never made it back out, bro. What I would, what I do. This is the 3 that I got for my initial set.
There's my what I'm going for this time. I just pulled the trigger on a couple more of these. I'm working on some, so.
Yeah, I saw that one pop up. I think it was a green wave, and I was gonna tag you, which you showed up right there. Pow.
Did I get it? Oh, yeah, that one, maybe. Yeah.
I think so.
I grabbed a rose gold. I have a rose gold Old Gloria coming, so pretty decent.
Nice.
Yeah. I gotta find out. I gotta get a gold that for a decent price. It's in good shape though, and I told you my idea is to put these kind of in a line. I don't know if I do it this way or do it this way. Just vertical display, kind of.
Right.
Do vertical display and keep them horizontal. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I dig that card.
How many do you have left?
I don't know yet. I need to make a tally. I'm at the point where mentally I need to write down what I have in case I start doing things wrong, like buying stuff twice. Yeah. They're very affordable though when you first start out, when you first release. So I got to get them soon before they get stupid, and I don't want to pay for stupid prices. So, and I'm not going to. I'll just quit.
Man, this.
Thank you, JQ. I appreciate that. I appreciate you keep looking for me. I've got a couple I need to see, and yeah. So, Chad, I was able to get the original base card of this from the series from the original set, signed by Warhol when he was in Philly last year before he was there. Such a nice guy. I know you've met him probably.
Yeah, he's great. I met him at one of the shows in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, wonderful dude. He actually signed it for me, and then he had some extras. He gave one to my son. He just said, "Hey, I'm going to give one to the kids too," and started signing some for the kids there. So it was really nice of him.
Yeah, there's actually a documentary that they are making about him called My Nephew Jamie, I think, and they interviewed.
Really?
Yeah, they interviewed me in Vegas for the documentary. I don't know if it's ever going to come out, but because that was years ago. But I look forward to watching it. I'd be interesting. He's a great.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see that.
You know, he would go up, he'd be hanging around in normal clothes, and then right before the show, he'd run up to his room and come back down in the vest and the tie and everything. He'd have to get all dressed up for the show.
Yeah,
he's pretty funny guy. Around here, dirty t-shirts.
He was like a few of these guys. He was signing cards, and he had a kind of a bad pin for it. And I gave him one of the Stablo pins we used to sign the cards with. I had one with me. I was like, "Here, you need to use this. It'll insta dry. Go for it." You know. And then he's like, "Oh, thanks." You know. So I gave him one of those because I have some black ones I use for stuff. They're just nice, but so they don't smear, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, really class act guy, man. I liked him. I'd love to get out to Vegas to do that show at some point. I don't know. It's a little bit of a haul for me, but it'd be great to get out there.
The next one I think is in March.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
It's always fun.
I'll get better than the next person. No.
So Topps with this set, I don't know, Chad, if you remember, since you said you opened a box of fours, these are pretty dirty. The 6 set has a lot of debris in the packs. Of course, you're going to see a lot of roller marks, but and they're cut kind of rougher. Some of them are rough. That's just my observations, but yeah, there's a lot of just gooey. It's like extra eraser or something. I would describe it as in there. So that's not what it is, probably, but it's just.
Well, in that last set that I bought, which I think it was for, I mean, I was opening packs and there was fingerprints on the cards, and I had
I've seen this. Yeah,
smeared fingerprints on them.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's cool. That's that Prism.
Poodale. Let's say yeah. It's David Gross's, right? David Gross's.
Yeah. David Gross did that one.
Yeah.
Does it accent the poo anymore with that finish?
That's up to you.
There's not actual poo on that card, is there?
There is something there.
It's so like hidden.
It's a very faint amount of poo on that. I'd have to get the regular card, or there's something there, but it's very hard to see. Yeah, David hit it very well. I'll put it away.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that whole rule is about the urine and the poo and everything. You'd have to ask one of the.
I think if it's not blatant,
maybe somebody got carried away and just, because I've seen some stuff get out there on sketch cards. I was like, whoa, how did that? There's
there's some sketch cards. That's a whole other territory with getting away with stuff.
I mean, I saw somebody do ovary show on a Wacky Packages official sketch card.
Really? Well, they did get it. They do it as a AP. They do it as a return card.
Yeah.
Well,
and
they didn't get approved.
That never would have been approved.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see a lot of stuff where, you know, on the PPK stuff, people are just making up their own content.
Well, and you know, Chad, too, what you're saying earlier, that could have been somebody who grabbed a blank and had somebody else do it for him, or maybe the artist did it for him I mean, they just didn't get approval. Yeah. You know.
No, there's plenty of the regular artists that are making up their own stuff on those sketch cards that I know would never be approved.
Sure.
If they actually submitted them to be approved, but None of my business. That's okay. I do what I'm
Yeah.
supposed to. I try and keep it as close to
Yeah. Yeah, you're responsible for yourself, but it does affect us all. You're totally right about that. I stay out of the drama. I try to. I see all the comments and things, but I stay out of that.
Yeah,
I stay out of it. It's just
people that argue online on Facebook about this and that and everything. Who has time for that? I don't.
Yeah. I'm a breath away from just going away from it, but sometimes. But there is the good side too. It's the good side.
We don't have time to get involved with these tight deadlines they keep giving us now.
Yeah. It was unfortunate that the last batch of new artists who got it was 3 months to work on stuff. I'll say something like that, respectively.
Yeah.
And then this time we have I would consider it a more normal time frame to what we were used to in the past. Right. I'm not saying it's good, but I sort of used to that.
Yeah, I don't like it when they send you like 80 cards and say they need them in 2 weeks. But
no, I don't like that. But we've been there. It will affect what we do for sure.
I always like to do full color because I like color, and it's not time to do that.
So this box had my hit here. I guess Joe was the green, the first pack, the green wave. So that's a color hit wave per box there. It's not bad. What did you get in this one? Did you finish up that box? The second one. Oh, that's right. The X. That's right. The X pack. Very nice. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you, Chad. For a long time on the base sets for the regular retails, I open them here for fun, to do that. But honestly, for a long time, I just would grab a base set just for reference to have off to the side from somebody, and I'd put it in a box or page it up for later. I didn't really open a lot, but I guess a year ago I got more back into it with people. It got to be fun opening with people and kind of enjoying the process again. So I have to say I've kind of rekindled that a little bit.
Yeah, I love ripping open packs and seeing what's in there. That's the best part.
All right. Let's see. Joe, you have some more boxes, don't you?
I just have one more, yeah.
I'm going to go open week 3 here of the online set while you do that box. Is that all right? Let's take a look at these. I haven't looked at them in a while, and I actually got kind of frustrated, as you could tell earlier, about getting these in time and forgetting about these. I like the 70s set, and Chad, I bet you do too. I mean, like it's probably your wheelhouse.
Yeah, there was a lot in there that I know that a lot of people just didn't get, and I think that might have been. I saw something that the sales were a little lower than previous.
A little bit. Yeah.
That's probably because most GPK collectors don't know, weren't familiar with the subject matter.
Yeah, but a lot of these they should be too. I mean, I don't know. I'm really glad they made this set. I thought it was a really, really great set to play with. I like the first week where they started with the Atari, as Brett did. That was really cool. David's got a lot of great art in here too. The Bruce Lee nod here. The only complaint I have on these is they're so thin. These online sets, I don't know if you know that, but they're super thin cards. They're thinner than the retails. They're just sticker cards purely.
They've all got that curl.
Yeah, they've got the curl effect to them. So that's the only thing. It's a little abnormal from the rest of the product line, but they do look good. They do print out nice.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. Some grease references here. It's nice. Big wheel.
Look at all that blood.
I know. Yeah, I know. They would, and I think they would say, they would say, yeah, we made these before that rule, and I guess that's not going to hold up forever, but I don't really care. I'm glad he's getting away with it if he can. I don't care. That's censoring GPKs is kind of anti-GPK. So
Right. That's the whole point. They're made to be kind of on the edge or offensive.
Right, supposed to be on the edge, right? Yeah, but the big wheel, I looked this one up. I'll be honest with you guys. So the big wheel, I remember from when I was a kid, but that doesn't mean it's from when I was a kid. So I looked it back up. I was like, is that really 70? So I did. I totally searched on this one to see that.
Yeah, I had a big wheel back in the 70s.
I think they said it was came out in 67 or something like that originally or something like that. So I was like, oh, wow. So you had a big wheel in the 70s. All
I
right.
did. Early 70s, I had a big wheel, and I didn't ride it for long because I got too big. Hey, look, smoking, tobacco.
Yeah. Well, is that a new one or that's an original, right? That's an original series character.
Uh-huh.
So they'll reprint that. That was a Prism, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Regular Prism, nice.
Yes,
yeah. Yeah, they seem to have no issue with that surprises me too, Chad, because the argument is if they're in retail, then kids can get them and things, but that's retail, so I don't know where the line crosses there. Wait, what is that? Is that all?
It's Old Gloria.
Oh, yeah.
You still need one of those?
I do need one of those. Yeah, I do need one of those. All right. That'll be nice. Thank you. I've got a box coming to you too, Joe. I've got some stuff that needs to come your way. So
I'm gonna need a couple of boxes.
Mood rings. So mood rings, they're from the 70s too. I guess I remember them in the 80s, or at least I remember them being talked about. Maybe they weren't. See, makes me question everything.
Nice.
Oh, come on, man. Truckin' Duncan.
Oh man, look at that foot.
Chad, do you know what this is in reference to?
I do. Keep on Truckin'. Robert Crumb is the original artist that drew that. It was a big deal back in the 70s.
Nice.
Keep on Truckin'. There were prints and stickers, and it was just very popular.
I remember the phrase. I don't remember any of the artwork, obviously, any of that stuff, but that's really neat. I like it.
I did a version of that years ago, and it was Keep on Twistin', and I had Twisty the Clown doing that. Remember Twisty the Clown from American Horror Story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my sepia here is Big Will. Big Will on that.
Oh, someone mentioned that the rich kids had the green machine. Remember the green machine?
Yep.
That was kind of like a big wheel, but bigger and
kind of cooler.
Oh, I never heard of that. Green machine.
Yeah.
It had a pull brake on it that you could spin around. And
rich kids, when I was little, had power wheels and power wheels. I never had power wheels. It's okay. I got a car now, so it's good. Got over it.
I didn't have either.
I have a second one here. We'll look at the CP on this one. Here, we'll see. Let's see here. Used to have that is pull brake. What? Your green machine did?
Yeah, the pull brake.
Brian Smith here is Russ.
Machine had a brake on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the big wheel with the e-brake, man. I thought that was cool.
Let's see. We'll cheat on this one and look at the back and see what the CP is on this one. This is the last week I bought 2 sets. I don't think I got any more than that on these for stuff, so we stopped doing that.
Man, I think I missed week 6, dude.
Did you?
I think so.
I'm sorry I didn't get 2 of them. So in this one I got the grease. Trippy Dan.
Hey.
closer.
Was that the one that you wanted?
I did not have one from this week that I really, really wanted, so I just got to build the set to have it for reference and give the rest to my kid. So, yeah. I have a whole stack of Star Wars stuff over here. We didn't go through that tonight. Probably have time for all that. But Chad, have you done any more Star Wars work? I know you did a set a while back. Did you work on one?
Yeah, I worked on 6 or 7 Star Wars sets, and then I just kind of bailed out on it. I love Star Wars, but it's a lot of work, and getting those likenesses and everything just wasn't my thing, and I just wasn't having fun anymore. And
Yeah.
no, I don't do those anymore.
Yeah.
But I wanted to work on one. That was the goal, and I ended up doing 6 or 7 sets, and so that was good. But yeah, I prefer to just draw wackies if I can, and the GPK stuff, of course. So
yeah, same here. I'd like to do another one. I did one in 2019, and I'd like to do another one, but I only did one. But at the time it was overloaded with everything else too. I had to do like 4 sets at once. We did the turtle set, then just some GPK sets, and it just was a lot at once. And that's the deadlines. The deadlines are all over the place. So
right, and if I was getting weird and putting weird colors on mine and stuff, and they rejected a bunch of mine because the colors were off, and I was like, well, yeah, I don't do photorealism stuff anyway, so it just wasn't.
Yeah. It's less fun to do that, really, honestly. Yeah, I was not really super happy with the experience, but
that and the Stranger Things set, I thought, oh, this is going to be fun, and then after drawing those kids a few times, I was like, no, this is not fun.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I worked on a set with Upper Deck for Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and it was kind of the same deal. It was so restrictive in what I could draw. I mean, they gave you the list of characters you could draw. It was not what you would think. And I mean, drawing the same stuff constantly. Or I actually went through the movie and just did stills the whole movie, just because that's what I had to do. And it wasn't enjoyable, but Did the same for probably Chase. I think Chase and Amy. I think I told you that a long time ago. I worked on that one for him. It's the first that I worked on was Chase and Amy, which still hasn't been released.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a weird.
It's in limbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it was a weird card set, to be fair.
I did a set like that for Cryptozoic. It was the 10th anniversary of Bob, their Bob character, that little skeleton guy or skull guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think it ever came out.
I will say they made good on it later on. Paid me though. They did pay me for the set, which was kind of out of character for them, but they cleaned their act up a little bit over there. So at least at that time.
Yeah, they were. Certain companies were really bad about paying on time, but Topps has been great lately. They're actually been paying within a month from me, so I've been pretty happy.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
I've got to send some invoices in. I got something. There's a Old Glory. So it's a base refractor there.
Nice.
Yeah. Always like this card too with the Band-Aid on it.
Yeah.
Nice deviation in the banner. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Just check it. See, Bobby said he had to hound them for the last set. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So Bobby had to hound him for payment. Yeah. Do you know Bobby B, Chad? Robert Ball?
I think so.
Have you seen him? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been sketching for Topps on the GPK side since Food Fight. Food Fight was his rookie set. Yep. Yeah. Bobby's a good guy.
Okay.
And he's in the UK, so he's one of our Brits.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track. There's so many sketch artists now.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. We got something behind here. Handy Andy. This looks like a yellow.
Nice.
Yep.
Now, are those yellow ones numbered?
They are numbered. Yeah, all the colored parallels are numbered. So this is number. Sorry, but my eyes are bad here. 57. It's 57. Yeah. Yeah. The yellows are the cringy ones because they're close to the gold, right? They're, if you don't know any better, you think, oh, yeah, for a moment.
Oh my! Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind. They're still a nice looking card, though. I mean, I think even these are fine. Yeah.
And the golds, they only make 50 of them, right?
That's right. Yep. 50 of these, and they make a rose gold that's 25. They make a blue border. They like a blue border. I always like the black border cards. Oh, look at that. Not quite right. I just barely missed this one, right? Yeah. Jose, can you see? I know. It's the B one. Yeah. For bookworms, Chad, it was such a tight deadline. I had to go get my cards from an old address. It was, I only did one colored or two colored cards. And I did a triptych sketch that was of this character.
Oh.
Because I was going to have one at least that was colored. The rest were more grayscale kind of things that I did because the timeline was bad for me. But yeah, I was kind of like that one. Anyway. Okay.
Peel yourself.
We early in the year we opened some of the postcard wackies on here. We opened some of the 73 flashbacks we did, and I think we opened some of the all new series 2023 as well. So we did all three. Been a good year for wackies online, really.
Right.
Yeah, that postcard set was fun. I like the new design of the cards, where it's wacky packs, and then you could you put your name on the front and then on the back wrote what the gag was, because a lot of the collectors were getting those and we weren't writing the names on there anymore, and they didn't know what they were. People that aren't familiar, they were like, what is that?
Yeah, that's always been kind of a rub to me, is you had to write the name on the front, and
all that lettering. There's not enough room to begin with, and you got to throw these logos and stuff on there.
There's not.
When I worked on the baseball wackies, we had to draw those baseball logos the size of a dime on each card, and if they weren't exactly right, they rejected them. They actually sent one of my cards back to me that I did because I forgot to put a gray circle around the logo. So they FedExed the card back to me. I put the gray circle on it and sent it back. I was like, what?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see. So that's the 3 boxes I've got, Joe. So colored parallel hitting every one of them. And you've got an X-Fractor and a Prism, right?
Prism,
right? Yeah.
X prism and a purple.
So green wave, purple wave, and then a yellow. I can't find them right now. I'm trying to disorganize my stuff here, but there we go. So pretty consistent for the blasters. I mean, that's about what I expect. Had one better hit the first time. Here's my other one here. Had a color error in a parallel colored hit too last week, so that was pretty good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that symbol.
Yeah. So there we go. Three boxes, 3 kind of hits.
Nice. I don't know.
Pretty normal stuff.
Might have to do another hobby.
Yeah, the hobby was really good. So the first hobby we opened was 5. I got 5 hits and you got 6 hits, and they were pretty good. I got 2 orange cards, 2 orange border cards, and one. That was pretty decent. And I know people get the autos too and stuff like that, and plates and things. But, it's been pretty good. Yeah, I think still nice to get hit per box. I agree. I think that's kind of the expectation. I think that's better than we did with Chrome 5s. The hits were more difficult. So
there weren't any hits.
Yeah. Hey Ryan, if you're still out there, go ahead and you can go ahead and join in the back end if you want to. You got a link there. We're gonna talk about the Island Dreams cards a little bit.
Yeah.
Just briefly, I'll share my screen with you guys and show you where that site's at. They're up for order now. And I think we had somebody else in the chat too. Julie was out there who works on them. If you're still out there, you're welcome as well.
Cool, man. Actually managed to pick up a few comics.
Oh, okay. You got some comics there? Yeah, sure.
To have.
So this is the IDW ones, the Hollywood cover. Yeah. From, is it 2014, 2013 time frame? I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just got these. 2015 on the back it is. Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have these. And then this guy.
The variants. Yeah, I like that cover a lot. Yeah. Overkilling. Killing. Yeah. Did you, Chad, did you do any of the sketch cover of those?
Of which one?
This one, I'll show you. This year. Back in the day, we did the Spectaculars and the Hollywoods. These.
Oh yeah. I did dozens of those, and then the Goes to Hollywood one, and tons
That
of those.
one. Yeah.
I have stacks of blanks here of the Origins and the Mad Balls.
Same.
Nice.
Yep. Same here. Yeah, I love the new Origin one that has the die cut.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. Yeah. Hopefully, going to have one of those or 2 of those ready for the show in Philly. I don't know. It's kind of a time crunch. So.
Yeah, and I bought some of the green ones, and they just didn't seem to be very popular. There's not much people want.
I got some that were I don't know if they were the Mad Balls or their Origins or not. I can't remember which ones because it came different issues. There's some black ones and some navy blue as well.
Yeah, which you can't do much with that unless you're painting it. You can't do.
Unless you're painting it, you can't do a lot. I was going to do some white kind of negative drawing, but those were kind of dicier. But they were more expensive to get, so I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
And now there's new Origins coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Hard to keep up with all that. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, they have a ton of variants on those things. I don't know. I did not collect all of those at all. I got maybe 1 or 2 of them, and then
it's
a bunch of.
Yeah, there's like 10 or 15 different covers on each one. It's crazy.
I think there was 23 to 25 on Origins. There was 20 that many actually. I think they started out with like 10 or something, and then they keep adding more and more. And
that's crazy.
And then I know that some people were upset because they weren't cards. They thought they were buying card sets, of comic books, and so now I guess they're putting cards in the new ones. The new Origins actually have some cards in there.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Because from what I heard, I don't know if that's true or not, but from what I heard is people don't want to collect comic books; they want to collect cards. Or GPK collectors want cards, not comics. So
I always wondered about that. That really had a transitional effect problem with getting comic cover sales versus cards. I know I went to the Philly show last year, did kind of the same thing I'm going to do this year, and I didn't take any comic covers completely with me or anything like that. I just mentioned, I had plenty of commission stuff to sell cards wise, and I said, I can do comic covers as well. No one's ever really wanted a comic cover. I mean, you need to show your work, I guess, but still, the collectors I've always talked to want cards, like you're mentioning, and they just never were that interested. I take it back. I had a collector who bought a lot of cards from me, and I suggested doing one character that would not have been legit to do on a card. So one of those kind of you talked about. I said, well, we could do it on a cover. If you want to do it on a cover, I'll do that. That's no problem. That way, but I can't do it on official stock, and they didn't want to do it. So well,
the majority of the sketch covers that I've sold at shows go to people that just see it and go, "Oh, I like that art," and then they're not collectors of cards.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I was at one show and there was a guy and he was asking me when the Garbage Pail Kids Mad Balls came out, and I said, "Well, it's been out. There's 4 issues," and he just looked at me like he's like, "What do you mean? There's 4 issues?" I said, "Well, yeah, there was 4 issues," and he goes, "Oh, it's not a card set." No, it's not a card set. They're comic books. So a lot of the guys just they got confused by it, I think. So
yeah.
But that Jason Crosby art in those comics was damn good.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic. Yeah, I've not met Jason.
It's pretty amazing what that guy can do.
He's good. I take that back. He might have been there the first year I went, or another year I went to Phil. I think he was there one year. I thought he was there, but I didn't meet him that well. I think he was just doing something. He was at a different table. But yeah, I'd like to meet him. He's a very good artist. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing what that guy can do. I look at that stuff and go, "Oh, how does he do that?"
Nice. Yeah, I like a lot of this stuff too.
Let's see if we can see where Ryan's at. All right, let me see if I can get Ryan in here. Talk about some Island Dreams. So while we're waiting on Ryan, Joe, so Island Dreams cards, you have something you want to share? You want to talk about it? You just talk about it as well. You don't have to share any artwork or anything. And I'll pull up the site here. We can show people where that's at. What's about a little bit. I've been working with them for a couple years. I did it, as I said before, early in the show, just kind of like a breather to do something different. So I was doing, projects. Let me see here. I just got a message from Ryan.
Yeah, when you told me about it, I liked the freedom to create. That was a huge point for me. I know there's like a loose theme, but like the freedom to kind of just run with that fully was really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely helped, like when it comes to drawing time,
Oh yeah.
I found myself doing a lot what Chad was saying, where I just kind of said, you know what am I going to draw? What do I feel like drawing? And just start drawing and see what happens. And that's what that first card was.
So yeah, I remember you shared that before. That was good. So yeah, they give you a sort of a base theme to work with the Island Dreams. It's always some kind of island-y theme-y kind of thing. It could be Superman flying on the beach. It could be a zombie attacking someone at the beach. It depends on the theme you want to go with. You can draw anything you want, But this year was Island Dream Nightmare, so it was kind of a horror-ish kind of nightmare theme on an island. So it could be some attractive women running from zombies. A lot of people draw women. A lot of people draw GPK, though. There's a lot of I put some wackies in there sometimes. So you can just draw whatever you want on the side, and it's just charity. And this year they do the packs. They select some of the cards for base cards. Usually it's not commercial stuff, but it's some just original art actually in there for that. And then they print those. But they also put about 3 sketch cards this year, I believe, in the packs. So, but those are for charity. Again, they help with animal shelters in the area. And I'll pull that up here now. Let me share my screen. This website is not the prettiest, and this is just the theme right now, right, Chad? It's just like the websites are not great right now. Mine's terrible. This is not the best, but here's what they got. And so this is their kind of their back of the card theme for the card. This is what they look like on the back. They have this lady with the skull, and let me scroll down here if you guys can see. So they describe their charity here. I'll let you guys read that in your own time. And there's a link to this person's site, and they have a Facebook group, which I think has the most information out there. Is Island Dreams sketch cards. Again, this year benefits the Fetching Tales Foundation. It's community-based organizations that finds adoptions for pets, helps get pets out of shelters, things like that. So a lot of times it's pet related. Sometimes it's St. Jude's one year, and other years it's been a combination of both. So it's just a cool little thing for me. I like to do it on the side. It's a good cause. I forgot even how I got into it, but I've turned other artists onto it over the years just to get on the list. This is a list of the artists this year. The ones that are in red are ones that have links to their scanned artwork. Ones in black are ones that they haven't scanned in yet, or they didn't turn them in yet, or some combination of both. But you can come through here on your own. I'll drop the link to this in the chat, and you can browse some of these artists. You'll recognize some of them in the.
There's a ton of folks.
There's a ton of people. Here's Julie, who was in the chat earlier, I think.
Yep.
Or am I have the wrong one? There she is. Yeah, cool, Julie.
Yeah, Julie.
Yeah, she was in the chat earlier. She's done some stuff for Garbage Chute Droids, which, Chad, you've worked on those too. So have I. Those are fun.
Yeah, I did one set of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same. I did like maybe two, but haven't done it in a while.
I like
fun.
Patrick.
Patrick's in there. He's in here. He's did some cards in there.
Nice.
Rustigillion, Ryan's cards, and
lots of people in there, dude.
Floyd, yeah. That's my own name there. Mr. Randy. It's a lot of people who are fan artists, and a lot of people who are professional artists for Topps. Those kind of things are in here, so it's fun. I mean, it's all skill levels. It doesn't. So I try to tell people, like, Joe was telling, like, don't be intimidated by what's out there. People just have fun. Some of my work's not the greatest. Some of it's just fun. Some of it's nice. Some of it's not. I drew SpongeBob on a couple of them just for fun. I mean, whatever. I was watching SpongeBob with my kid the other day, so I drew from SpongeBob cards. So like you guys know, just whatever pops in your head, draw. Now he's got a baseball bat with a nail sticking through it in the back behind his back, but still, So he's a little sadistic, but
Dun, dun.
And you can come back and look at the previous years as well. But I'll drop a link to that in the chat, and you can look at different stuff from the years and check that out. This is through PayPal. If you do purchase a pack, they'll be shipping out in October. So if you're interested in that, you can come to this link and get one. If not, that's fine too. I just thought I'd share it with you guys. You can check out that artwork.
Should be cool.
All right, and I'll drop that in there now. So, but yeah, for me, it's a reprieve to do something a little that's not, so rigid. And I think we got Ryan in, so let's get him in here.
Nice.
But yeah, for me, it's a reprieve.
What's up, dude?
Hey, Ryan.
How's it going?
Going well. There we go. Got it all formatted. So, Ryan Harris, the garbage artist. All right. Hey. How you doing? So, Ryan caught my attention when he sent me a card a few weeks ago in a chat. We were having fun with the Ellen Jinter sandwich cards that we got from Trippy. We were having a good time with those, and he did a card on there with it was eggs on toast, right?
Yeah, just an egg sandwich.
Oh, egg sandwich. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Egg sandwich.
Very cool. So, what was your experience doing these cards? This is your first time doing these, right?
It was my first time. I had a lot of fun with it. It's kind of nice to get a break and just do whatever I wanted, and it was kind of open for anything. So there's really no rules.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's the coolest part, really.
The first year, I'll tell you a little inside joke. The first year, I may have mentioned it before. The first year I did one, or maybe the second year, I was working on a Star Wars set. The Star Wars set I worked on, Chad, I mentioned earlier. And one of the rules for the set, there's always rules for these sets. You can't draw this, don't display this, don't draw Leia doing that, whatever kind. You can get the idea, right? Yeah, there's all kinds of conditions. And one of them was for Kylo Ren. You couldn't draw Kylo Ren shirtless, which I thought was really funny. I was like, okay. Well, there's a scene in the Last Jedi, right? Whether you like that movie or not, The Last Jedi has a scene where he's shirtless talking to Rey, right, through the Force, right? You remember that scene? Everybody remembers that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You remember that? Well, I drew an Island Dreams card with him shirtless, just with tassels, just to be funny, because I thought it'd be hilarious. And I think Marty trashed the card. I never saw it, but maybe either someone has that out there or it got thrown in the trash bin. But I did that as a joke, and it cracked me up. And I don't think I've ever shared that card, and probably shouldn't. But I drew that one. So a lot of people draw a lot of women, but I drew that one just to be funny. Because I just poking fun at the requirements for the Star Wars set. But but this year, I did some blacklight cards in there. I did some Simpsons stuff, some fish. Let's see if I had
Nice
card pulled up here. I unfortunately, let's see if I can share this one. The scans on the site, I'll be honest with you guys, the scans that Marty did for those aren't the prettiest. They come out a little washed out. You ever notice that when you're scanning stuff for these companies too, I always worry about they come off looking a lot worse than they truly are. The colors get all washed out and messed up, and that's okay. But that's kind of what happened here. Let me see if I can share this screen. So I was only able to download one of my cards from, let's see if I can find it here. Window. From my phone here for the show. I'm sorry, I was a little slow on it, but this is a Squidward I did for my kid. I thought it was hilarious to just do a Squidward randomly. So that's the kind of stuff I did. I did little stuff like that.
Nice.
I don't know.
Mer.
Yeah. So stuff like that, I mean.
Mine were just kind of random too. I did Winnie the Pooh eating Piglet was one of them. Then Eeyore sitting kind of like on a bank, and then Tigger's head's floating in the water. Just kind of random idea.
Yeah. Do you mean pull your cards up on the site? I didn't. I was going to ask you because I know they look washed out, but I don't know if they look good. I'll say that. I don't know if they look as good as they do in person. That's the problem.
I made a copy of them. I might have it sitting around here. I can probably grab it.
Yeah. So your call. I'll show them on the site if you want. I got them right here, or I can wait.
Either way.
Yeah.
I got one here.
You got one? Okay. Oh yeah. Copy of them. Yeah. Sure.
There's
You. And Joe, you got some too there too. You can be welcome to. Yeah, there's the back of the cards. Everybody, that's what they look like. Yeah. So you did some GPK in there, some Piglet. Yeah, just some. Yeah. Nice. Oh, you did that one. You did that one in kind of. Well, maybe your camera's reversed. I don't know. But did you draw that one reversed? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I think it's probably my camera reversed.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did a mix-up of kind of GPK and pretty much anything.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what that guy was, but
just something you. Yeah. That's fine. That's
awesome.
I think this one's my favorite, the Winnie the Pooh.
Piglet.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And I did a plankton too. Nice. I did a plankton. Yeah. I like yours better. Mine, he just looks crazy. Yours has the crazy with a knife. So it's a before and after shot. Yeah. I drew SpongeBob with a sickle too, like Beth's Death, kind of.
There's that.
That's a fantastic card. Yeah.
I love it.
Put a bounty on that one. I like it.
There's a pin-up of a zombie in intestines.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool, man. Very nice.
So that's cool. You're able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been working on garbage chute droids for how long now? I know you've been doing those for a little bit.
This summer was when I started.
Okay.
So, I just started drawing recently. I forgot I could do it and then just kept on going.
Right.
So,
that's good stuff. Now, Joe, did you want to share some of yours, or are you ready to share? I wasn't sure if you had them where you wanted to share them or not.
I only had a few sitting right here.
Yeah.
There was one.
Shelly. Smelly.
She's awesome.
So you're using markers and pencils for those? You're using
this is all pencil, dude.
Pencil. So you use a Prismacolor.
Yeah, Prismacolor
Kind of pencils. Yep.
I kind of just went for any OS art with beaches.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
But
No rules on it. No rules on it. I try to do the only thing I try to do is full color for these because I think people all expect full color, and I always think that, but that's not always true. But for these, I always tried to do that this year.
There was the old zombie girl.
Yeah, and you did 15, right, Joe? Both of you did 15, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 7 days to knock my 15 out, so I got it.
Sure.
Got them a little bit late, and then there was a extension. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it was a week extension. That's right. Yeah. So they're packing the cards now. I know he's packing cards and making packs right now. So
yeah, I'm sending mine out in the morning.
Got to mail those in, man. Just message Marty; he'll be fine with it. Yeah.
I'm going.
But yeah, I'm really glad you guys both did that because it's a good thing to, Ryan. You've worked on Garbage Chute Droids, so the deadlines are really long anyway on those. Typically.
Yeah, you didn't really have much of a deadline on Droid. You just do your own thing at your own pace, and
sometimes, yeah. In the past, there's been a little bit deadline, but not too bad, and it's low pressure too. And that's another kind of set like that. That's it's got a different structure to it, obviously, and some themes and Adam.
Yeah, when you get a theme, it's like you got plenty of time to work on it because you just got to do one card. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
so that's pretty quick.
Is it from just that set character pool then, or can you create another character?
For Droids, he's got like 8 characters you can use. The rules are kind of a little weird, but there's got to be a GPK reference in it with one of these characters, or you can use a Star Wars droid with a GPK character. But you can pretty well do whatever you want. You just got to figure out which character to use in that particular scenario.
Do that mashup.
He's started to do the holiday sets and stuff, and they're a little different and things. But I know when I did the regular for series 3 or 4 or 2, I can't remember which one I was doing, but you could do like Ryan was saying, the original ones he had already, and then you could do a mashup. You could do one mashup or 2 mashups. It depends how many cards you did, how many mashup cards you could do that was your own thing, and then he had to sort of approve it anyway, the idea. So it was a little weird, but I get it. It's you gotta control that to a certain degree. But I like doing the holiday set because and then there was this set that just came out, which is the hometown set, right? The hometown.
Yeah, hometown.
Yeah, okay. I was going to work on that, but I ran out of time. I wasn't able to be on part of that one. But those are cool sets. He's just letting people do more of their own thing with those. So I think that's where it's going, is doing these kind of mashup sets where people are doing their own cool. And there's some really neat mashup cards coming out. That one too. Yeah.
So maybe there'll be a hometown part 2 for the people that didn't make it.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'd love to do some more. I've got a stack of cards to do for him. I just haven't. I'd be careful because I think they're going to get out of date. Like the backs are out of date almost for what he's doing now. So maybe some retro stuff. But he'll find a way to put those in there, I'm sure. But I enjoy doing them. It's just been busy with other stuff recently, so it's been hard to get to the more enjoyable things. But yeah, absolutely. I was trying to pull up a few more of the ones I did, but
I thought I might give it a shot at some point.
I'll reach out
you'd like it.
He's always adding people.
You definitely like it.
The rate he's selling out, he's going to need more artists for more cards anyway. So,
right. I mean, I just jumped on this last release. That was fun stuff.
I think you said this last release is almost sold out already. There's like 15 packs left or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, the collector pack sold out real quick. I was like, oh my.
Yeah, so if you haven't got them, go get them.
Right.
Absolutely. And Sidekick Labs, who does does his wrappers, will be up in the Philly show too. Tom will be there for that. So if you guys are around, he's there. He'll have some of the different products from Sidekick. But I love those wax wrappers, man. Those things are awesome.
Right. Yeah. Those are cool.
Yeah. For some of the sets he does. So. Ryan, are you close to Philly? Are you close to that area? I forgot where you're at. Based out of. I forgot. You're where?
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Okay, so that's a no.
I guess it depends on which way you go.
Yeah. You're kind of in the middle for every decision there. So it's right.
Right.
Yeah. Right in the middle of nothing.
Yeah. Well. I'm down in North Carolina, so it's a little bit of a drive for me to get up there. I'm taking the whole family this time. Plus, Patrick's my friend Patrick's to come with me. His son, so we're all gonna have a whole convoy going up there just to stuff. So we're gonna enjoy this trip, hopefully, up there to the Philly show. We won't have a live stream like this next week because I'll be traveling. I got another trip to deal with, and I'll be on the road when we do this normally. Unless Joe, you want to run one, man, you can run one yourself. Call it the Asylum stream. It'd be great. It'd be fine. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But then the week after that, we'll be on to prep for the Philly show, and I'll pop on. But we'll be in the middle of being tortured by some projects we can't talk about right now. So
stream right from the Philly show.
Yeah, stream right from there. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can stream from there. It could be dicey with all the logistics of all the people at the table and everything. It's dicey, but we're gonna try. And I have talked to David over there. Vecito will be there, and he talked to me, and we might try to stream there briefly, and say hello and all that. So if I'm there and David's there, we'll say hello. So we can work out the.
I'm gonna have to hang out with that dude soon.
If Joe can show up and hold the camera, right? No, he won't. He won't do it. I know last time we did it last year, it was like 15 minutes, and it was like the end of the show, and it was hard to get anything up here. But we'll try better. We'll try more this time. But yeah, that's we'll see how that goes. It's the same week as New York Comic Con, but again, that's far enough away. It shouldn't affect it too much, I don't think.
I planned on going. Then I heard that New York was that weekend. I was like, man, everybody's gonna be in New York, so I was like, I'll just hit the Vegas show instead.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I realized the same weekend too. I was like, man, we're gonna have it's gonna be hard to get certain people, but you could, New York Comic Con is probably expensive to get in. You don't want to spend the money to get into that, right?
Oh, it's like $150 just to get a ticket.
Yeah, see, $20 for the whole weekend pass for the Philly show. You don't want to go to New York. But I get it. No, I get it. It's travel too. Yeah. Hey, Chad. Welcome. I wasn't sure if you were going or not. I didn't know if you're.
Should.
Well, that's all we've got for this week. Joe, do you have anything you wanted to share? Any sort of new stuff you get this week?
No, those comics were really kind of.
Comics were your new thing? Yeah. And Ryan, do you have anything else you wanted to show us art-wise? Anything you're working on?
I just finished up a commission, and it's in the mail now. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be working on another one right now. I think I'm going to get that started. But no, I'm kind of just wrapping everything up and open for commission as always.
Yeah. So you can tell people how to get a hold of you. Most people here know how to get a hold of you, but if they don't, you see the stream.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook's always a good way, and I'm in pretty much every one of the groups. So, but the Artists United group, I think that's probably the best way. I'm in there.
Yeah. So Artists United. So I've been grabbing those blanks for years. I think I start from the very beginning. I've got one of each set, and I love those cards. I love the idea. The new one coming out too is kind of Halloween-y theme, so I grabbed some of those. It's coming out. I can't think of the name of the theme at the moment. if you know what, Ryan, say it. But they have some new ones coming out that are very.
Is it Terror or something like that? Nightmare, maybe.
Some kind of nightmare. Yeah, some kind of nightmare-looking border to it. Chad, you've seen those too, right? The Artists United blanks that come out.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've never worked on a set though. Mm-hmm. So
those are just blanks for open purchase by any artist to work on. They're not really they're not a locked-in set. They have no rules, obviously, but it's just fun themes. I have one right here. I'll show you. This is an older one. Nowadays it's old. They probably did a second printing of this one, but let me see if I can switch my cam. And this is right up your alley. I should send some of these to you, actually, see if you like them. This is a monster, Rise of the Monsters.
Oh, nice.
And then on the back, pretty nice stock. This comes from, was it Iconics? Karen? Karen makes these. Pretty sure. It's her stock. So, very nice cards. The design is usually designed by Michael Hogan, right? Michael Hogan. He's in Canada. He makes the designs, and then artists just buy them up, and they're pretty nice. They're really Yeah, Bobby's used Karen as well. Karen's great, iconic. She's helped a lot of artists get their own blanks and stuff. You might have crossed paths with her, Chad, not remember or not know her, but maybe you do. But these are great cards, very thick. They have they're sandwiched. They have a non-bleed through sort of core, so they won't bleed through. So
Very cool.
very nice card, kind of thick. So I'll send you a couple of these and see if you like them. I don't think.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in these, I have 2 different sketch cards.
Let me put him up there. We'll put those back up there. Chad, there we go. There's a big screen.
I've got 2 different sketch cards from the Freaks of Nature, 2 different backs, and all of myself and the other 4 artists that worked on the set have these. So if you guys are interested in commissioning weird Freaks of Nature sketch cards, we've got these. So.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Freaks of Nature.
And Freaks of Nature. Remember too, you can reach those over at
Let's say
probably the Facebook group. Let me get back to this layout here. And there's Chad's contact information again too, if you guys want to see it one more time on Facebook, Toygle, or just search Chad Scheres. You'll see him out there.
Yeah, I'll pop up there somewhere along there. So
if you can't find him, let me know. I'll help you get to him. No problem at all.
Pretty easy to find if you can spell the last name. People always have a hard time spelling the last name. So
Yeah, and I looked up your Etsy. It's under your last name, just Scheres, and it pops it all up.
Oh, okay, good.
Good to know. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah.
Good. Thanks.
Ryan's been our tech support and guy on the back end. He searches everything Google wise and looks brilliant, quicker than most people. So we always think he knows everything. But
I know
he's like on the Joe Rogan show, Jamie. He just pulls up everything instantly. So he's got that skill. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Ryan, man. I appreciate that. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and joining the stream with us. Chad, thank you so much for hanging out, man. I appreciate it.
Cool, man.
Honor us with your presence.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hey, if you guys haven't joined the new group, it's Garbage Pail Kids United.
Yep.
We're going to be doing live streams on there again. So we'll be interviewing artists and everything there.
Yeah, cool group. I just joined up with that one. Thanks for the invite, Ryan, on that one. Appreciate
You're welcome.
That. Yeah. Oh, and Joe, thanks for helping out, tuning in.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome to run things next week if you want to.
Well, let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We'll just see. We'll see.
Maybe I'll cook something out of the cookbook or something.
You should cook something out of the GPK cookbook. We've talked about it for a long time. We wanted to do it. And
I already got a bunch of stuff for a couple of recipes. So
I came dangerously close to doing it the other day, and it's been a time thing for me. But I would love to see if you want to do that. It'd be great to post that up. It'd be great. I'll give you the keys, man. I'll give you the keys.
hey.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And thanks, everybody in the chat for tuning in. JQ, thank you. Trippy, Bobby, everybody out there. Russ, Southboy, Lori, everybody who tunes in, and everybody else who can view it later. Thank you, Drew, back out there. Hope to see you at Philly. And we'll see. I will see you in 2 weeks. All right.
Later, guys.
Have a good one, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks.